The Smarty family just got bigger. Following the massive success of the Grappling Smarty 2.0, we're very happy to announce the launch of our expanded product line with the brand new Smarty Kid and Smarty XL. I'm going to tell you all about these and how to find the best model for you in this video. Hi, Patrick Phillip here at Effective Martial Arts HQ, and I'm really excited, guys, to be introducing these brand new Smarty Kid and Smarty XL. So, to give you a bit of context, we launched the new and improved Grappling Smarty 2.0 about 2 months ago, and the response has really been overwhelming. So, thank you so much to all our awesome customers who made the important decision to invest in their training. Thank you very much for your support. We were actually forced to overhaul our entire operation, so streamline our procedure for order fulfillment so we can do batches at one time, as well as increase our manpower for our filling facility. So we still provide either pre-filled or unfilled, and that is still the case for the Smarty Kid and Smarty XL. I'm gonna tell you all about this. There were some logistical challenges involved. So I'm gonna tell you all about the features of the Smarty Kid and Smarty XL, the size, as well as how to make the best decision for you on which of our products is the best fit. So we made an entire video about the new and improved Smarty 2.0 and the 5 awesome improvements we brought to the design. So we made an entire video about that. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. It's on the front page of our website, grapplingsmarty.com. But to give you a quick recap, if you don't want to watch the entire other video, essentially we launched this company, grapplingsmarty.com, was launched when the first lockdown hit and I was forced to close my school as a martial arts school owner. So I really needed a tool to practice my techniques, and I really needed to be able to support my family because I couldn't run my business. So I saw the opportunity in the grappling dummy market because I didn't find what I needed. All other grappling dummies I found were poorly designed, and the Grappling Smarty, our patented design, is the first one to have the knees above the hip line, which allows the grappling dummy to have the feet up in the supine position so you can practice your grip fighting and guard passing more realistically, as well as it allows the Grappling Smarty to be stable in the seated as well as turtle positions, which are an integral part of your grappling training. You can even practice your striking, your wrestling entries, as well as your grappling bottom game if you employ the Smarty harness. So the Smarty 1.0 was launched in early 2021 and really was well received by the grappling dummy market because it was a better solution for grapplers all around the world. That being said, we did receive some feedback about the original design, and that's how we came up with the Smarty 2.0. So thank you very much for all our customers who contributed to providing that feedback and help us redesign our product. To make a long story short, the 5 awesome improvements we brought to the design from the Smarty 1.0 to 2.0 were slightly longer legs for more realistic body proportions, as well as redesign of the head with a chin for chokes. We added a thumb for angling arm bars, as well as redesigned the shoulders for increased mobility, and we reduced the circumference of the torso a little bit, so chest and waist, to lock it up more easily. So it's more accurate body proportions that represent more an average individual, so most people can practice with it. So as we said in the other video, the Grappling Smarty 2.0, our original product or standard product, is made to fit most people. So it's designed to be about 5'7" or 170 centimeters. And if it were a human, it would be around 155-ish pounds or 70 kilograms. Now, the reason why we didn't launch this expanded product line right from the get-go is because we really wanted to bring a product to market that would be the most general product that we could, that would fit the most amount of people. We wanted to get that customer feedback, which we did, and we wanted to perfect that product before we expanded it. So the Smarty Kid, as well as the Smarty XL, are based on the same exact design as the Smarty 2.0. So they include all the awesome improvements we brought to the design. It was just scaled down for the Smarty Kid as well as scaled up for the Smarty XL. So that was kind of the strategic thinking behind the expansion of our product line. And whereas the standard Smarty 2.0 can fit the most amount of people, that still left a large segment of the market underserved, specifically the kids market as well as the big guys market market that are closer to 6 feet and above. So we received a huge amount of demand for this smaller product for kids and a bigger product for big guys. And it was always the plan to launch them, but we needed to do first things first to really perfect the design before we brought these new variations. Now, this was also something that I found made no sense in the grappling dummy market. So some grappling dummy manufacturers do produce grappling dummies in different sizes, but typically you'll find them in either 4 feet, 5 feet, or 6 feet, which is kind of arbitrary and doesn't really make sense to me because 6 foot is a little bit too big for most people. It's only kind of big guys that are comfortable with it. 5 feet is too small for most people, so most people are well above 5 feet, and 4 feet practically doesn't serve anyone, so just for small kids, so they won't practice with it for very long. So when we designed the original Grappling Smarty and the Smarty 2.0, we picked 5'7" because we knew that would be the size that would serve the most amount of people. So pretty much everybody can practice with the Smarty 2.0. Everybody can practice with a 5'7" individual. Kids can practice with it. Big guys can practice with it as well, but still it is more appropriate to have a grappling dummy that is closer to their size. So 5'7" was in the sweet spot where most adults and a large proportion of kids can practice with it, men and women. So that's why we picked that exact size. Now for the Smarty Kid, we went for a 4'9" or 145 centimeters in height. So that's the model of the Smarty Kid. And the reason behind that is that that size is the average 11-year-old. So younger kids can definitely practice with the Smarty Kid as well, insofar as they could practice with a bigger kid also. Now, if it were a human, it would weigh around 77 pounds or 35 kilograms, which again is right in the sweet spot for most 11-year-olds. Now, the Smarty XL is more on the larger side. We designed it to be about 6'2" or 187 centimeters. And if it were a human, it would weigh around 192 pounds or 87 kilograms. Now, the actual products obviously don't weigh that much, so they're not as dense as a human because we contain a lot of water and they do not. And that's a good thing. So sometimes we get inquiries and people want their grappling dummies to be heavier, but you actually don't because a human will have a tendency to want to get to and stay on top. And when you're practicing your bottom game, they will be able to post and regain the top position, whereas a grappling dummy obviously does not unless you employ the Smarty harness. So you don't want it to be too heavy because you will have to reset it on top when you are practicing your bottom game. So the Smarty Kid weighs about only 15 kilograms. That's about 33 pounds. And the advantage of that is that it can be shipped in a smaller box, which allows you to save on shipping if you choose to buy it pre-filled. Obviously, you can still buy it unfilled and enjoy free shipping for that as well. You just need to find the recycled clothing fabric, and we still recommend a little bit of polyfill for the hands and feet to fill it yourself if you want to save. Now, the Smarty XL finished product weighs about 63 pounds or 28 kilograms. And that's really interesting because that's actually right at the size limit for parcels that we can ship. So first, when we announced the launch and when we were developing the product, I really wasn't sure it would even be available pre-filled because there is a size limit and weight limit on parcels that we can ship either within Canada or to the US or even internationally. And that limit is right at 30 kilograms and it's 108 inches in terms of girth and length. So that's how they measure packages. We actually had to develop a custom box for the Smarty XL and have it manufactured here by a packaging specialist to design that box, especially for us, so that we could ship the Smarty XL. And that box measures actually 107 inches in length and girth. So that's right 1 inch shy of the limit that we can ship. And it's actually 1 pound with all the packaging and everything below the limit of the weight that we can ship. So we're very happy to announce that you can purchase the Smarty XL pre-filled if you choose to. The shipping is a little bit more because of the size and weight. As I said, we're at the limit, but that can absolutely avoid you the trouble of having to fill it yourself. As always, free shipping for the unfilled version if you want to do it, and you will need a little bit more fabric, about 60 pounds of fabric and a little bit more of polyfill. 2 pounds should suffice for the hands and feet. Now, how to choose which of our products is best for you, so either the Smarty Kid, the Smarty 2.0, or the Smarty XL. So if you're right at those sizes, it's obviously quite easy. So 4'9" and below, you'll definitely want to go with the Smarty Kid. So for a kid, let's say below 12 years old, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you are in the vicinity of 5'7", Smarty 2.0, and above 6 feet, definitely the Smarty XL. Now, for those people that are in between, I recommend if you're kind of over 5'1", 5 feet, you'll probably want to go up a size. So if you're bigger than the Smarty Kid, so when you start reaching close to 5 feet, and especially for a kid, if you are still growing and about to hit puberty around 12 or 13, then you'll definitely want to go with the standard Smarty 2.0 because you will grow into it. If you're anywhere from like 5'2" to 5'7", it's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go with the Smarty 2.0. And above 5'7", so you have the choice. So if you're 5'7" or 5'8", I would still recommend the Smarty 2.0. If you start reaching 5'9", 5'10", especially if you're a bigger guy and you weigh a little bit more, I would probably recommend the Smarty XL. So again, you're going to want to go to a bigger size, just because it'll give you more realistic training, and same as you want to be able to grapple with larger humans while having a slightly larger grappling dummy in general is a good idea. One more thing to consider though, if you're in between sizes, is that it will generally be easier to maneuver your Smarty from bottom position if it is a bit smaller. It will also be easier to lock up various submissions, especially head and arm strangulations. So if you're somewhere in between sizes, it's also partly a matter of preference. If you're anywhere close to or above 6 feet, then definitely Smarty XL, no doubt, that's what you want. If you're above 6'5", 6'6", and closer to 7 feet, well, you still might find this guy a little bit small, but I don't know, maybe we're gonna develop a Smarty 2XL. So let us know if that's something that you're interested in. That one would definitely not be available pre-filled, because we already reached the limit for this guy. But we'll see if we receive enough demand. That's maybe something we could develop, or maybe a Smarty, a Smarty baby, maybe. We'll see. But at the very least, with these 3 models, you will most likely be able to find the right one for you. So go ahead, get yours today. If you have kids that are into jiu-jitsu, MMA, grappling, or martial arts, this is definitely a great tool to help them improve in their training. If you are of any size, the Smarty for yourself, or if you are a school owner, an instructor, you're definitely going to want to have at least the standard Smarty 2.0. The Smarty Kid, if you teach kids, can be a great tool. Anytime you have an uneven class and you have like a trio, 3 people practicing together, well, this guy can step in and make it even. You could use it to demonstrate or to have kids drill their techniques instead of drilling on you, because typically you're an instructor, you're an adult. This would be a more appropriate size to drill for a kid. And this one could be a valuable addition for you if you're a bigger guy, and in your school as well. If you teach big guys, you'll definitely want to have at least one of each, probably to serve all your students. So again, I'm really excited about these products. Be sure to leave a review on our website, grapplingsmarty.com, once you get yours. Go ahead and read the reviews on our website to get an idea for how awesome these products are. So looking forward to fulfilling your order only on grapplingsmarty.com. Signing off, Patrick Phillip here at Effective Martial Arts HQ in Pointe Claire, West Island, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Thank you very much for watching. Practice well. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if I'm not as sharp in this video rather than the other one. I'm a little bit sleep deprived right now. So right when we launched the Smarty 2.0, a few days later, we were blessed with the birth of our second baby girl, little baby Kayla. So we're now at home with my wife, as well as my first baby girl, Kira, who's now a toddler, and she has a lot of energy. She likes to run around. She likes to throw tantrums. And we have a newborn as well, little baby Kayla, who is now about a month and a half, close to 2 months old. So yeah, thank you so much for believing in the Grappling Smarty. It means a lot that you guys believe in the concept and in innovation, and thank you so much for your support. So I really hope this video was educational for you, informative, and help you make the appropriate decision for your and your family's grappling training. So we hope it can be useful. Again, looking forward to fulfilling your order only on grapplingsmarty.com. Thanks again.